let's talk about something that's a little unsettling, but also incredibly powerful. We all kind of live like we have forever, right? But what if we're looking at it all wrong? Today, we're going to dig into an idea that could completely change how you approach every single day.
So here it is. The average person gets about 30,000 days on this planet. That's it. No more, no less. When you stop thinking about life in years and start seeing it as a finite number of days, everything changes. It suddenly feels a lot more urgent, doesn't it?
And let's get personal for a second. If you're 30 years old, you've already burned through about 11,000 of your days. Poof, gone. And they are not coming back. We all have that list of things we'll do someday. But you know what? Someday is a trap. It's a lie we tell ourselves. So the real question, the only question that matters, is what are you going to do with the days you have left?
Okay, so first things first, we need to get a handle on the psychology of time. See, our brains play all these little tricks on us. And if you can understand those tricks, you can start to master how you perceive your time and, well, how you live your life.
You ever notice how time seems to fly by faster the older you get? That's what we call the time blindness trap. Remember when you were a kid and summer felt like an eternity? That's because everything was new and exciting. As adults, our routines make every day look the same. Our brain just goes on autopilot, stops recording new memories, and suddenly another year has vanished. So, how do we escape this trap? It's all about novelty. You can literally hack your brain's perception of time. Seriously, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. Just take a different route to work. Try learning one new, small skill every month. Start a conversation with a random stranger. Any new experience forces your brain to wake up and start paying attention again, making your days feel longer and way more memorable. All right, so now that we know how to make time feel more expansive, let's talk about mastering our priorities. This isn't really about time management, it's about managing your focus. This one really hits home, doesn't it? It's a trap we all fall into. We cram our calendars, we make these massive to-do lists, and we feel great just because we're busy. But being busy doesn't mean you're actually getting anything important done. A lot of the time, we're just spinning our wheels on stuff that, in the end, just doesn't matter. So how do you figure out what actually matters? Try this. It's a super powerful mental tool. Just imagine you're 90 years old, looking back at your life. From that perspective, ask yourself, will stressing out about this work email matter? Will staying at the office for one more hour matter more than reading a bedtime story to my kid? Suddenly, things get very, very clear. Sometimes knowing what not to do is way more important than knowing what to do. So try this to-list strategy. Write down everything you want to get done. Then be absolutely ruthless and circle only your top 3. Everything else, that now becomes your avoid at all costs list. It's an amazing way to make sure your energy goes where it'll have the biggest impact. Okay, we've tackled how we see time and how we focus our minds. Now, let's bring it into the real world and talk about our actions, especially when it comes to our relationships and our work. I absolutely love this way of thinking about relationships. Picture it like this. Every single interaction you have with someone is either a deposit into a bank account or it's a withdrawal. We tend to focus on big, grand gestures, but the truth is, you can't make a big withdrawal if the account is empty. It's those small, consistent investments that really build wealth. And here's what that looks like in real life. Deposits are the little things, right? A genuine compliment, a quick, hey, thinking of you text, remembering some small detail they told you weeks ago. And withdrawals are just as simple. Always being late, constantly complaining, or only ever calling when you need a favor. The strongest relationships are built on a huge balance of these tiny daily deposits. Now let's talk careers. That old idea of a career ladder? Just forget it. It's a total trap. Instead, think of your career like a playground. You can swing sideways to a new department, go down the slide to a different role, maybe even take a step back to learn something new. The goal isn't just to climb up, up, up. It's to move around and build a cool, unique combination of skills that nobody else has. And this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle and, honestly, the most exciting part. This is where we take all these ideas and use them to proactively design the life we actually want to live, instead of just, letting life happen to us. This is the big idea right here. You are the architect of your own life. So many of us are waiting around to find our passion or find the perfect job. But it doesn't work that way. A truly meaningful life isn't found, it's built. It's designed, one choice and one little experiment at a time. So how do you start designing? Well, you don't need some perfect 10-year plan. You just need to start testing things. Run little experiments. You can't think your way into a better life. You have to act your way there. You want to make a huge change? Great. Start by changing one tiny thing for just 5 minutes a day. Those small wins are what build the momentum for incredible transformations.
And in the end, this is really what it all boils down to. The grand design of your life is built from the tiny, little bricks of your daily habits. What you do today isn't just about today. It's an investment in who you're becoming and the life you're building, one day at a time out of your precious 30,000. So the question is, what will you build? Hey, if this got you thinking a little differently about how you'll spend your days, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on how to live a more deliberate life. Now go make today count.